Opener all night.
Kind of wet down there, and
mind you, Chepstow, where we are now, that can get pretty wet.
I know.
Are those?
Now, quick selection. Do you feel you're going to do all the best? They're off and running. Let's go and join Rawley Gilbert, who's the man at the microphone.
Ahead of them, and Night Tyne is the first one into his stride, together with Two Lords, and between the pair Sprightly Pip, and after them come Ishkin and Shore Party at the first flight now, and they're all over number one safely enough, with all told 11 flights of hurdles to be jumped in this race. So running on towards the second of them now, with the Night Tyne right over on the inside, Two Lords and Sprightly Pip still 1, 2 and 3. They take off and land in that order. They're followed by Shore Party, and then comes Edmund. Behind Edmund is the complete outsider Mary Frances, and the three back markers in this early stage of the race include the favourite Noisy Miner in company with Gratomi and Ishkin. They're at the third, and again they all jump it pretty well, with Sprightly Pip now taking it up. Sprightly Pip has gone on from Night Tyne, with the nose-banded Two Lords still there in third, closely followed by Shore Party and Edmund right against the rails, and then Mary Frances, Gratomi, and the last two Noisy Miner and Ishkin coming to the fourth, and Night Tyne has regained the lead from Sprightly Pip. So they run up towards the winning post then for the first time with a complete circuit to go, and there's nothing again to choose between Night Tyne and Sprightly Pip, and after them Edmund, Two Lords, and between those two comes Shore Party. They're followed by the outsider Mary Frances, then the favourite Noisy Miner, and the last two are still Gratomi and Ishkin. So they're coming now to the first turn, the bottom turn, which eventually will take them over towards the far side of the track, and still the first two are Night Tyne and Sprightly Pip, and after them comes Edmund on the inside of Two Lords. In fifth place now is Shore Party, 6 Mary Frances, 7 and making a little headway Ishkin, 8 Gratomi, and ninth and last is the favourite Noisy Miner. So they're entering the far straight now, with Sprightly Pip up on the outside of Night Tyne. These two have it by a length from Edmund in third, and then Two Lords showing 4, 5 is Shore Party, 6 is Mary Frances, and they're now making their way towards the first of the three over in the back straight. This will be number 5. So running towards it, Night Tyne now by half a length from in second Sprightly Pip, and after those two taking off and landing in third is Edmund. Behind Edmund, Shore Party and Two Lords, then Gratomi making ground, with Mary Frances still in contention, and the last two are Noisy Miner, who's moved up one spot, and the one relegated to ninth and last is Ishkin. So they're midway down the far straight and coming to jump number 6 at it now, and Sprightly Pip took off and landed first that time, just from Night Tyne, and then Two Lords running on again into third, followed by Edmund, and behind Edmund is Shore Party, and this is the halfway point of the November Novices hurdle. One more to take on the far side. They're about to jump it now, and Sprightly Pip again lands first from Night Tyne, but all 9 runners are closely grouped. There's barely 8 lengths between first and last. Sprightly Pip has a narrow advantage from Night Tyne on the inner, with Two Lords very prominent once again, as also is Shore Party. The total outsider here, Mary Frances, is running a blinder. She's right up with them too, and they're being followed by Gratomi, seeking his second win over Timber. Behind Gratomi comes Noisy Miner making little ground, and they now race downhill towards the turn out from the far straight, and it's now Night Tyne going on once more for Jerry Hogan. Sprightly Pip, though, won't be denied and comes through again to share the lead. These two are stride for stride, as they've more or less been throughout the race so far. Then back in third spot is Edmund. Behind Edmund, Shore Party. Noisy Miner is now travelling well and picking up the leaders nicely, and after him comes Gratomi, still in with a squeak, and then comes Mary Frances, and they're now making their way into the final straight. They've got under 5 furlongs now to travel, and the first in line for home is just Sprightly Pip. Sprightly Pip being tackled now by Shore Party, then Night Tyne and Edmund right on their heels. After them comes Noisy Miner, and then behind Noisy Miner Gratomi, but it's Sprightly Pip by half a length or so, no more certainly. A mistake at the back of the field there by Two Lords, but Sprightly Pip just has the lead. Noisy Miner is now coming very strongly on the outside as they come to the third last. Sprightly Pip now only just from Noisy Miner, then Edward and Shore Party, Gratomi on the near side, and after them the now weakening Night Tyne, who's just been passed by Aishkin. They've only got 2 left to take, and now it is Noisy Miner who's jumped into the lead. Noisy Miner has gone on from in second place Edmund, travelling very strongly indeed. Shore Party is next, and then comes Sprightly Pip, Aishkin and Gratomi weakening away. Coming now to the 11th and final flight of hurdles, and it's between Noisy Miner and Edmund. They jump the last together. Noisy Miner on the near side, over on the far side Edmund. It's Noisy Miner and Adrian Maguire from Edmund and Andrew Thornton. Very little in it, but Noisy Miner is just getting the upper hand. Noisy Miner it is, who notches his first win over Timber. In second place Edmund. Shore Party just hangs on for third in front of Sprightly Pip.
The first result of the day, winning favourite 5 Noisy Miner, the winner.